October is over, honey. You know what that means, right?
Oh, yeah, I know what it means. That means the Christmas season is coming.
From Indianapolis, Indiana, it's Julie and the Painter.
So I start thinking about the holiday meals I think about it all year long. I bring it up randomly. I'll just be like, hey, what do you think we should have for Thanksgiving this year? Or what do you think we should have for Christmas this year? And Christmas particularly changes from year to year, but I do start thinking about it. So the holidays are a big deal to me, and it's a little stressful, right? I mean,
for me, it's not that stressful until right there when you're trying to pull everything together right there at the last minute, because you want everybody to enjoy themselves and be happy. And we have, how many people you think for Thanksgiving? Maybe 10, 12?
Yeah, 12.
Yeah. And you're trying to make sure you got everybody taken care of.
But I do have our menu pretty much nailed down, though.
What are we having this year?
Well, honey, if you
I
must
know.
know.
We got to have turkey because I already bought it.
Yeah, we're having a turkey and we're having ham. Probably not tons of ham, but we will have some ham. We'll have both. And then we're going to have your basics, mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, stuffing, rolls, freezer corn. Seems like there's a couple of other things. I thought about making some roasted vegetables. I told you I found that awesome casserole with the Brussels sprouts and carrots and a little feta cheese and cranberries. It sounded really good. I'll probably have
sounds good.
Yeah, I'll probably have some sort of cranberry salad. And then I think our lovely friend who's having dinner with us is going to bring some sort of like spinach souffle. So we have
nice.
We have a shit ton of food, yeah. And then we'll have dessert, of course. So,
right, got to have dessert.
So anyone who wants to stop by, we usually eat about 2:00 on Thanksgiving Day, and you're more than welcome. We'll have some food here for you. We have some sandwiches for leftovers. And then
come on over.
We are an entertaining couple. We often, some years, we don't have a date set for one this year, but some years we also have a Friendsgiving.
Yeah, and we have people over. That's usually like the weekend after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, or the day after. Yeah. We've even had it the night of Thanksgiving before, but I have found that to be a bit exhausting.
Yeah, that's cramming a lot of stuff in there in one day.
Yeah.
I'll probably make homemade ice cream this year too.
Yeah, everyone loves that. It is delicious, and so we'll have a couple of we'll probably have a couple of pies, and then it's also Ben's birthday, so I'll probably have a pie and a birthday cake and some ice cream. Yeah, that's a lot, guys. Like I said, feel free to stop by.
That's a lot.
And but it will be delicious. Jason's an awesome cook, and we do have fun putting it together. We complain, but I think our kids do appreciate it for the most part.
I think they do too.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then Christmas comes. Oh, and we didn't even get into I have to start decorating.
Oh, jeez.
And I have to start.
You go overboard on decorating for Christmas.
I know, I do.
Yeah, so we have, in our basement, we have a storage room. And in that storage room, there are totes. Mm-hmm. There are like over 20 totes of Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
Plus trees.
Yeah.
Plus a big old door wreath.
Yeah.
I mean, you could open your own Christmas store with the shit you got.
That's an exaggeration. And every year I do get rid of some stuff that I don't use.
And now you did last year. I saw that. Yeah.
And I will again this year because there's always some stuff that you're like, I haven't used that in a few years and it's kind of fallen apart now. And I have my super sentimental things that have been around or in the family for a long time that I would never get rid of. But then, honey, you need a new garland every once in a while. Sometimes they start to look
that's why I always say it never hurts to have a new garland. Jeez.
And I told you my goal for this year is to get Christmas bedding for all 3 of the guest rooms.
I don't like holiday specific.
I know you don't. I know. But you have to put up. I always put up holiday hand towels and stuff in the bathrooms.
I can't stand those either.
Yeah,
it's not that I don't like them. Yeah. It's just the idea of buying towels that are good for one day out of the year. It seems.
No, I use them all through December.
Actually, the way we do our Christmas decorations, we use them through the next March or April. But that's part of the reason why I don't like them too.
Well, no, they don't. He is exaggerating, but they typically will.
Not much.
I have more than one. I just want people to know if they come to my house, I don't have the same hand towel up there from the beginning of December until January. I have more than one set.
Okay.
And I can wash them. I also use my Christmas dishes. I change out all my dishes to my Christmas dishes, and I use them pretty much from Thanksgiving until January. Yeah. So it's a little festive, yeah. And I do have usually 3 trees, big trees, 2 big trees, and then one little one in the basement, just for like if we have parties in the basement or something.
Yeah, and then you got those little miniature miniature trees. You got 3 of those.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of those because they're falling apart. The ones that I put,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I do decorate. So I have to start in November because this year Thanksgiving is late. So if we started decorating after Thanksgiving, I'm usually honestly pretty tired the weekend after Thanksgiving and don't really do some of it. But I like to have everything done except for the trees before Thanksgiving, and then I just kind of decorate the dining room for Thanksgiving, and then I just put that dining room stuff away and do the dining room for Christmas and do the trees. That's my plan. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work because we put out a lot of stuff. It's way too much.
It's
stuff.
a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
then
at the end, it looks like Christmas just pulled up and vomited all in our house.
we have the house looks nice, and the nice thing about it is it makes me really excited about having the house be pretty. So I get kind of into it. It's exhausting, but
It is.
and that I'm not sure anybody appreciates, except for me.
No, it's nice once it's all up, and especially like that week of Christmas. It's nice when I'm off work and the house looks all Christmassy.
Yeah, it's fun. But I feel like from now till the beginning of the year is a bit of a whirlwind.
Yeah, it is. It's a busy time.
It's a busy time. And this year you're taking off the week of Thanksgiving.
Right. I'm actually excited about that. I don't normally do that.
Right. I'm excited.
I think it'll be helpful with Thanksgiving, to give me a little more time to help with prepping and getting things ready for the family.
Yeah, I have to work, unfortunately, but
So you're saying I'm on my own?
you're on your own. You get the house ready for company.
Okay. I appreciate it. There's one thing you and I disagree on, and that is outside decorations for Christmas.
Oh my God.
Now,
Well,
it's true, isn't it? We're on opposite sides.
I didn't know
of
it was a
the fence on that one.
disagreement. I didn't know you were
Yeah.
vehemently opposed to them.
Oh, I express my opposition every year.
Only because you don't want to put them up.
Yeah, and what's even worse than putting them up is taking them down.
I don't think we do take them down.
That's why you don't want to put them up. Because then you have Christmas decorations out in your yard in July.
Do we still have some out there?
I wouldn't be shocked. But, it's cold out there is the problem, So usually, like, when it's time to put them out there, it's not that cold here. So you get carried away putting them up in the trees and wrapping around the bushes and doing all this silly shit. And then you don't really want to take them down until after, like, New Year's Day or something. Well, then it's freezing cold out.
Yeah, nobody can see them anyway, so you just stop plugging them in. But
Yeah.
so I'm with you, but they look so pretty, and I usually do it. Now, when I say that, I usually put the outside decorations up, and
Right, because I won't.
there's a couple of years when I haven't done any, but and there's a couple of years where I've just done it minimally. But I like to at least have a little bit, at least when you're driving down the street. Our house is like right at the end of the cul-de-sac. At least when you're driving down the street, you go, oh, it looks pretty, But you can see the one tree in the window, and I like to have just a few little lights out. This year, though, I have this whole, remember I showed you, I have this whole plan. I want to get 2 trees and put them on either side of our door with lights in them.
Oh, you were telling me that, like full-size Christmas trees?
I just 2 little, like some sort of trees and not, nice looking kind of, and on either side of the door with a wreath. And then I might just do that. Just something that looks pretty when you drive down the street. So, but I do like to have a little bit. And you like it too. You do. You just don't like dealing with it. But Jason is the one who has to deal with all the electrical issues. I get it done, and then I'm always like,
Yeah.
honey, I can't get this to, like, I've got too many strings of lights attached to this, or I can't get this to work.
Well, all it takes is a bad one in the middle, and the rest of them don't work.
Nothing like tangled Christmas lights, or ones that you put on the freaking tree and then a couple of lights go off and one of your strands is gone.
Yeah. So I bought this little thing. It looks like a gun. It's for testing your Christmas light bulbs. And what a pain in the ass, man. I mean, for me, it's easier to just throw that strand of bulbs in the trash and get another
I
one.
pretty much do. Yeah, I do. I mean, unless you really can fix it easily, that's awesome. But I have to. That's one thing I do have to buy some strands of lights every year because I believe in lots of lights on a Christmas tree. We have kind of a rule about our trees, right? We have to have lots of light. And what else, honey?
Lots of balls.
Lots of balls and lots of lights. Yeah.
And I think we're the authority on that shit because we can have some beautiful Christmas trees.
Our Christmas trees look like something out of a
magazine.
Yeah, they're very pretty. Jason is the artistic one, so he does all the ribbons and all the tree toppers. But we always we haven't decided what color our tree is going to be this year. But
Right.
I love Christmas. I love the music. I love when we start listening to the music. I love having people over. I love hors d'oeuvres. I love snow. I love it all. I do, except for spending money. And, well, there's parts of it I don't love. But I think I do. I try to tell myself I do. And every year I tell my kids that I'm only going to get them a couple of gifts, and we end up not even being able to walk through the room because I buy them so much shit. And I'm not doing that this year.
No, you shouldn't.
All right, listen, here's the last last thing that we did. This could be a great short, so we have to.
What do you got?
Christmas pajamas.
Oh, that's a big deal around here. So
Yeah.
that's your tradition.
It is. I'm sure that obviously it's become such a big thing with families now, but I started it years ago before it was quite as big a thing as it was now. I read a thing in a magazine about have your kids open pajamas on Christmas Eve and have them have matching pajamas. That way they look cute on Christmas morning when you take pictures.
I get it, but here we have a lot of family here Christmas Eve, man. It's a lot of pajamas we're buying.
For years, all I did were my three boys, but they knew every year they got matching pajamas and they were cute. Then they got older. They weren't that thrilled when they were teenagers about having pictures taken in their matching pajamas, but they played along. And then when you and I got married, I was never blessed with daughters. I'd never had girls in the family. So
then we just started throwing the girls and everybody into the mix.
So the girls were not married when we first got together. Our oldest had been with her now husband since high school. So he was here, but they were not married. But anyway, so I had these two new girls, and I definitely, wanted, we had a blended family of, how old were they when we got married? We've been married for 6 years, so 20s.
Yeah, they were in their 20s.
Yeah, it's like 17 to 20 something. But the girls are great sports, so I knew they would like it. So, and then Jason's mom was going to spend the night with us too, and I got this whole idea that I was just going to get matching pajamas for the entire family.
And my mom loved it.
Yeah, she was just tickled to death. So,
but it's a mixed bag on Christmas. Some people do not like it, and they just do it because they're doing it for you.
Well, there's only one person that vehemently doesn't like it, and is kind of a jerk about it, and that's one of mine. I'm not going to name any names. Love him dearly, but he can be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and then gives you shit about it every year.
And also, one of my lovely daughter-in-law's husbands is not thrilled about it, but because he's just a son-in-law, he's not as vocal about it as my kid, who can give me tons of shit. So he does go with it. And then I have a couple of neutrals, and then after that, the majority of people actually do like it. Believe it or not. I have Malik loves it. It's okay if I can name names for the good stuff.
My mom does.
Your mom does. The girls like it.
The girls like it.
And Isaiah loves it too.
Yeah, Isaiah loves it. Ben and Brandon could live without it for sure.
Yeah, Brendan's not a fan. Jackson's not a fan. I would say Ben and Alec. My Alec is our son that has autism, and he likes it because it's part of what we do. He likes it.
For him, it's just a tradition.
Yeah.
He expects it.
And then Ben is ambivalent. He doesn't get upset about it, but he's not thrilled. And but all the kids have stockings with their names on them, and I do get them matching pajamas. Okay, so I digress, as I say almost every show, but
Me too.
But because of that, it's a big deal. Every year I tell them they're not going to get them anymore.
Right, and then you turn around and buy them again the next year.
Then I go ahead and get them, and then I have, so it's been a big deal. So this year, this is going to be it. We're going to have a whole podcast about it. The kids' reactions when they don't get Christmas pajamas, because they're not getting any this year. Those little fuckers, those complainers are not getting any this year.
Those fuckers aren't getting pajamas.
I'm not getting them any, and I just want to see if they really care or not. What do you think? You think there's going to be some disappointment, honey?
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
All right.